guys, welcome to another video. So from the title, if you are wondering, hey Ruchi and Deepak, another home buying video or another money video? Guys, what can we do? We are obsessed with money saving tips and we love to share those with you.
So this is not another home buying video. This video is about how much Canadian government loves you, how much they really want you to be a successful immigrant and eventually a citizen only if you want to leave Modi ji.
In today's episode, we're gonna talk about that how Canadian government is helping new immigrants right from finding a job to monthly childcare benefits to employment insurance in case you lose your job to actually helping you with the down payment of your very first home.
But you must be wondering why government provide all these assistance. Is this a trap? I mean, who provides free money anyways?
So today we're gonna share with you one of the immigrant our friend Semi's story, who came to Canada around 3 years back on PR with 2 kids, 2 and 4 at that time, and a beautiful wife Aditi who is from the health background.
Like most of the immigrants, Semi also rented a basement in a 3-bedroom house somewhere in Brampton. Because of the increasing rental of apartments, basements are definitely one of the best options for people wanting to save money. I mean, we still remember the footstep noise in the middle of the night from the landlord walking above in the first level. Those small windows where the sunlight comes only few times in a day. I mean, that was not a very good time and we also wanted to get out of the basement.
With 2 kids in the house, the space was really not very much enough, and finding a decent apartment in this market where the rents are going very high, it's quite tough.
So we started talking about the possibility of buying a home. We even did some calculations based on his financial needs, and we even went out to see some of the homes falling under his budget. That's what we always suggest to everyone. If you really want to buy a home, the first thing you should start doing is going to those open houses. Once you see the house in person, you will get more feeling and you will get more motivated to buy it.
So among 2, Semi was on board with this plan and we did some calculation for him. Now, as he was only willing to put 5% toward the down payment, his monthly mortgage payment is definitely gonna be a high and he was not comfortable. It was a valid concern.
So let's go back to my friend Sammy's situation. His household income was around $118,000 per annum, out of which he was saving around $2,700 per month, which is around a decent saving based on this household income. So we started looking into the market and we realized that the only houses that he can buy in this market is condo townhomes, a house with a smaller condo fees. So we looked into one of the new build projects which was around $480,000, and with all the upgrades it's gonna cost him like $495,000. Now let's calculate what will be his monthly payments based on this house price. Now based on a 5% down payment with 25-year amortization and a current rate of 1.6%, which Meridian is currently offering for a high ratio mortgage, these monthly payments come out to be $2,556,
which was almost equal to their monthly saving. It was a wise decision on him that he don't wanted to put all his saving toward the monthly mortgage payment, because you need to have some kind of buffer saved for any kind of emergency, hope not, or any other unforeseen expenses. So one of the options that came across is the Canada's first time home buyer assistance program. So under this program, either you can borrow from 5% to 10% for any new construction or maximum 5% for any resale house. In terms of dollar amount, the maximum amount that you can borrow from government is $480,000. After being in Canada from so many years, the intention of we started this channel to help every new immigrant or people who have been living in Canada from so many years now buy a house with more affordability. This definitely include lot of our research and hard work that we put toward making this video. So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment for our videos. We love to have you in our Canadian Parinde community.
So what is this first time home buyer incentive? If you Google it, you will find so many articles, so many videos talking about it. So let us explain this in a simpler words. This program allows first-time home buyers to buy a house if they don't have enough down payment. So basically, Government of Canada will put 5 to 10% of the down payment on your behalf. Yes, you heard it right. They will put down payment for you. This will be like second mortgage on your house, for which you don't have to pay any monthly interest. Sounds amazing, right? It's not that simple.
Free side. It's triangle. Triangle. We recorded this video a couple of days earlier, but we realized most of the clips has Arshia singing in the background. So here we are again recording few more clips for this video. So guys, which being the reason you won't be seeing this video on a scheduled Saturday time, instead today. Does that mean anyone can qualify for this incentive? Well, there are a few criteria you have to meet. First, either you have to be a citizen or PR or either on a work permit in Canada. Second, you and your spouse are the first-time home buyer. That means you never owned a house anywhere in the world. Third, your qualified household income has to be less than $120,000. That include all the money that you are making either from salary or any return on investment. Fourth, the most important, that you should be approved as per the traditional mortgage. So in simple words, you should have a good credit history. You should have at least 5% of down payment arranged. Third, even though with the assistance of government program, you cannot put more than 20% toward your down payment. So you have to buy CHMC insurance. Last but not the least, the house that you will buy, it has to be owner occupied, so you cannot rent it out.
Okay, seeing all the eligibility requirements, there's no problem for Sammy. He's PR, he has been pre-approved, so he should be able to apply under this program. But let's see if actually he can lower his monthly payments by using the down payment from this option. Since we are going for a new construction home for him, he can borrow up to 10% from the government. So if Sammy borrows additional 10% mortgage under this program, he can put extra $49,500 as a down payment. That totals up to 15% down payment of $74,250, and based on that his monthly payments will come down to $2,356, which is almost $200 less. And on top of that, he is going to save another $7,000 in terms of mortgage insurance fees. How? Let's see. So in case of 5%, he had to pay $18,810. However, with 15% down payment, his new lowered fee will be $11,781. So a difference of $7,000, which is a huge amount. And lastly, since your borrowing amount from your first mortgage will be less because you're putting more in down payment, you are saving almost $1,300 in terms of the interest you have to pay to your mortgage lender. So if you talk about 5 years, this will all sum up to saving of at least $20,000 in your bank account, and you can still afford the house. So we came across all these topics after talking to you guys. Whenever we talk to you guys on Facebook appointments, we realized that there are so many people who wanted to buy a house, but there are so many problems. And this was another topic. We're gonna keep making all these videos for you guys so that any problems or any questions you have will be solved through some of our videos.
So when Deepak told me about this program, the first thing that came to my mind, and probably to yours as well, that is that some kind of a fraud? Why government is all of a sudden giving out this free money? And if it is true, then why not everyone is going for it? So when we are curious about something, we start digging into that topic. We think the program is not very popular, and it's just because it's very new, not many people know about it. Usually when we have to buy a home, either we reach out to bank or to a mortgage lender looking for a mortgage approval, and if they don't approve it, they never ever tell us about this program unless we ask it. Bank in a nicer way will decline you by saying, please save more and come back to us. And the mortgage lenders, they will rather suggest you something that may gonna cost you more, but nobody talk about this program at all. Secondly, because this is a share equity mortgage, that means the government has a share in the upside and the downside of your property value. Although you are not paying any monthly interest on this mortgage, but government will take 5% of your appreciated value. So let's our number guy explain you how does it work.
So if, say, for some reason, the house that Sammy bought, which is around $495,000, and if he decided to sell this in next 5 years, based on current appraisal rate of at least 3.5%, after 5 years, this house will be around $588,000. So that's a whooping increase of $92,000. After 5 years, based on the 10% borrowing, Sammy has to pay back $9,200 to the government.
So what do you think? Should Sammy take advantage of this incentive even with a payback? I mean, we are still in the deciding phase, but based upon the calculation, we think he should. And the reason simply being, even after payback to the government, he will save around $1,100,000 at the time when he's out in the market to sell his house. He can get out of renting soon and have his own house with the more space which he desperately needed now. Another great thing, he can buy a house at the current market versus taking more time, saving more money and buying the house at the more expensive market. This reminds me, have you seen our latest video on 2021 market prediction where we talk about whether the market is coming up or coming down in this year?
So as Ruchi said, it works out great for Sammy based on his situation. But this option, this incentive might not work for everyone. Since there is a cap for this program, which is 4 times your household income, you may not able to buy a house, especially if you are living in cities like Toronto and Vancouver, where the house prices are already above this range. You may not able to find a $495,000 house. Secondly, the payback amount of $9,000 that we have calculated in Sammy's situation may not sound a lot, but what if you want to sell a house after 25 years, which is the maximum period you are allowed to pay back to the government? What if the house actually worth $1 million? That's gonna be a huge payback to the government. So what is our final verdict on this? Whatever works best for you. If you are in the same situation of Sammy, and if you're too much worried about your monthly payments, this option is great for you. And if you are too much worried about the amount that you have to pay back to government, pay it early. There is no penalty for early repayments, and in that way you can still own a house and you have to give less to the government.
We will leave all the links in description box below about this program so you can review that in details. Also, if you're meeting your mortgage lender next time, please talk to them about this program and ask if there are specific requirements they may have for you. And guys, if you're coming back for a second round on Facebook appointment, it really touches our hearts. It really makes us feel like being a part of your home buying journey. So always keep in mind, we are here for you for any kind of help or any questions you need to address.
Till we want to make another video, another awesome video for you guys. Keep smiling and stay healthy.
Bhaiya ji, smile.